crack of noon. You're welcome to join us around the table. We're dragons in the dining room. We're dragons in the dining room.
Aces are wrong.
Whatever you did.
Are we?
Maybe.
I just heard it like a second.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, we got it all figured out. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Welcome to Dragons in the Dining Room. This is DM Rep for the second time. And this is the Wanderers campaign for the second time. And we're all remote today because half of us are quarantining and half of us don't feel good, or at least I don't. So we're coming live at you here remotely. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Live straight from the underground.
Does anybody want to attempt a recap?
Well,
My brain hurts.
I believe we started fooling around in the nearby town, and in our fooling around, all of a sudden we lost one of our party members.
Well, you remember exactly what happened?
I think we just need to open a bag of kitty treats, and she'll be back in a moment.
We almost made
Don't fall for
Xanthic
kitty
explode.
treats. Gotta be better than that. He was cast. They were all channeling dispel magic through a lightning rod to try to make the town come back.
Pretty close to that, yep. And they were channeling all sorts of otherworldly mana, and and that little event happened, and the little radar dish they constructed sent out this purple bubbly wave, and then as it settled, the town sort of phased back together, and you are down one cat, and also cat. So that's where we pick up. The five of you are standing there.
How many people are around us now that they have all appeared?
Where you're standing, just you guys and Talia.
Okay, so there's no one like being like, "Where'd you guys come from?" kind of situation.
Not yet.
Okay, good.
Yet. Right.
But you can see that some life has returned. The city is maybe not as alive as you would expect, but there's more than nobody.
There's more than the ghostly sounds of not their people.
Yes.
Which is a good thing.
Indeed it is. And we are fresh out of mana.
Yep. Everybody put all their mana through Xanthic.
Oh, and I hurt for it.
Unconscious.
Oh. I'll try and wake him.
Okay. I was gonna say he's just laying there on the cool cobblestone.
Wait, no, he's not. I caught him.
You didn't.
That was one of my last actions I did. I caught him as he was falling down.
Okay. Well, okay. You gently put him down then.
Okay, much better.
So.
I mean, look, I don't want him to get, brain damage.
And who gets the health potion, Axel?
Yeah.
Thank you for that. I get 6 HPs. Wait.
Wait.
Xanthip or Zan? That's a very big question.
Yeah.
Which awesome uwu?
I would assume she means the rep.
I do too. You just said yes. Which Zan? Xanthip or Zan?
Yes
Both
means
at the same
yes.
time.
Okay. So I have an 8.
Okay, I get 6. Thank you, good sir.
Hi, Miss Fatal Pillow.
Hey, sweetie.
Hello.
Hmm.
Yes,
Hot
and even
tea.
though you get those hit points, you're still sort of out. If Andras is going to, you said you're going to try to wake him?
Yep.
How so?
And start, like slapping his cheek a little bit.
Whack, whack.
Oh, stick your fingers in his nostrils.
No, gross.
Ew.
Roll a con save, Mr.
Ooh, and there is a bane on the players. Con save?
Yeah.
I'm off to a start. That's 12.
Andras, you see his eyes flitter a little bit, but he's still
I'll flick his nose.
with a rubber hose?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll try one more time. If only we had a bard. What is going on?
Wait. We do have a bard in this party.
We do. 2 of them to be in, and she's a bard, and I'm a bard.
Mm-hmm. But one of the bards is currently out of commission, and I'm still fighting trying to get into Twitch.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's not wanting to let me log in at all. So we're gonna try this
How
again.
many? I'm trying to remember how many. I'm looking at my spell
Has
sheets.
anyone tried this? I'm gonna unstopper my water skin and dribble a little on him.
Oh, so now we're waterboarding.
Waterboarding him?
Waterboarding.
No,
Okay.
waterboarding would be just if he had a cloth over his face and then you pour it over. That's waterboarding. This is Chinese water torture. There's a difference.
Great.
Alright, Zan,
One way or the other, I'm just going to die.
roll con save at advantage. Because now the both of them are trying to wake you up.
That would be a 19.
Okay. A drop of water hits you in the forehead.
Okay.
And you kind of shoot awake. Your eyes open up and you see him respond. He is
Yep.
now awake.
Yep.
He is
And
awoke.
Miss Darian, if you're short on HPs, you get 30 health from a healing potion.
Damn.
Jesus.
And I believe she has a 10. I'm assuming that's what Axel meant by late bloomer planes shifter that didn't go on a spirit quest.
Well, the
The only-
latest bloomer would be Cat.
I was going to say, Cat is the...
But we don't know yet. She just disappeared.
You're right. You're actually very right.
Love you too,
not be
Loxy.
a camel?
Wait, who? What? Who? Which one's the camel?
I don't know.
I am so confused. Why are we all these things?
So, currently looking at all of the redemptions, we have a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of redemption.
Oh, you're the camel.
Oh,
Thaco.
Oh, okay.
Joe Camel.
Joe Camel. I get it.
Better than Joe Exotic.
Either one works. And I get a 15. So, looking at this, we have a Bane followed by a Bless.
Oh my god. Flat affect cheese grater?
That would be me.
I'm not even gonna read that one out loud.
Well, Cloaca Boy.
Oh, wait. The only one I think who understands that reference is me, Axel.
Anyway, moving right along from there.
Actually, I think most of us do. But
No,
okay.
not in the medicinal sense, in the streaming sense.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Moving forward.
Yeah, please. You awake.
I
There,
do.
you woke.
Yes, you You still have those 2 levels of exhaustion.
That's fine. And
now
I'm
what?
going to sit up, look around, and the first thing out of my mouth, where's the cat?
She went.
Oh, it's her turn. Hopefully hers is better.
That's
That's not fair that you guys get to hell have that fun and I don't.
alarming.
Well, maybe you should try harder.
Ooh, sarsaparilla.
How far are we up from the ground since we've climbed a bit?
5 stories.
Repulsion shield's looking mighty fine right about now.
So, what was I gonna say? Oh, nope, forgot it. It's gone.
Yep.
Hate it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Andres, did you decide on whether you want to change domains or not? Andres, that's you.
I forgot.
Oh, okay. So not today.
Not today.
Okay.
I knew that was going to happen. I should have put money on it.
Shush.
Hey,
Probably
Abby.
Not though.
How you doing today, Miss Abby?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Yes. You look around and Cat is nowhere to be seen.
I.
Yep, that works.
Shush. That's not a problem anymore, unfortunately. I wanted to do something, but I don't know if I can.
Okay. What are you trying to do?
I don't have that spell. Never mind.
Okay. Does anybody want to do anything else since Cat's gone and you guys just brought the town back?
I'm looking around. What do I see out in the town? Is there actual movement? Did we succeed in our endeavor? And what happened to the feline?
Yes, so you have a mangled mess of metal objects that sort of fused together with all the energy running through it.
Well, at least we successfully made slag.
You've created
That is
something that
true.
looks like modern art.
That's
Hey,
lovely.
hey, don't diss my creation like that.
And on top of that, you look around and you do see people. You see for as big as this, and this town's not huge, but for as big as it is, there's a surprising few amount of people, but it's a lot more than what you saw in Sanctuary.
Good.
You see in the magnitudes of dozens as you look around.
Good. That means we succeeded. However, at the moment, I think we're best off waiting to see what happens with Katerina before we wander off aimlessly and she appears on the roof going, "What?"
So you've all deigned to just sit and stay where you are?
I have. I'm not sure about the rest of them.
I'm going to probably scout around like the areas that we walked into and make sure that no one is magically coming up our way.
Well, there's nobody magically coming up your way, but physically and normally there are 2 people coming up the staircase.
Ah, fantastic.
I'm gonna go stop them.
No, don't have to. No, let them come up here. We have some splaining to do.
Well, that's
I mean, if it,
I'm being the greeter.
Yeah, you should not be the greeter. You tend to make people
am
mad
the
at you.
greeter.
I agree with
Too
this.
bad.
You should not be the greeter.
agreed.
Too bad. Already walking.
One of y'all go with him.
I'll go with.
Okay. Cat,
Yes.
you open your eyes and you feel an abundance of nothing around you. You feel that you're on a flat surface. And
Yeah.
as you put your hand or paw or whatever down and you touch around, it feels like ground, but it's cold and it's dark.
Good,
And
nobody
then-
can see me either.
What's that?
I said, good. Nobody can see me either. Then I can see, but nobody else can see me.
Well, and even with your unnatural ability to see in the dark, you still don't see much. It's very dark. It's like it's like what you would expect the cold vastness of space to be if you could survive in it.
Oh, great. I'm in astrospace.
Yay.
And while so you're currently sort of half sitting down. You know, you got your arm bracing you up. What do you want to do?
First of all, obviously look all the way in every angle around me and see if I see anything.
Okay. When you look around, you see a difference in color. From what you're currently looking at, it's mostly black. However, you can see some small veins of white appear in the background, kind of like a quick thunder strike, and then it's gone. And sometimes you see a little bit of green here and there, but that's about it. You're sort of imagine being outside in a completely overcast thunderstorm at night. And
my favorite place.
Yes. And it's so dark you can't see the moon through the clouds, and it's not raining, but you can hear rumbling.
Sorry, I had Taco Bell.
And they're just like brief little like floating objects, or they're like way far away in the distance?
How far away they are is hard to tell, but you see it's not even an object. It's just a flash of color. You'll see,
Okay.
like a lightning strike, you'll see a source of it, and then straight down it's gone. They're mostly white, but sometimes you see what looks like a lime tainted white.
Well, then I'm gonna stand up.
Okay. You are able to find your way. You know, you're able. You don't have any. You know, anything stopping you from standing up.
Okay.
And you put your feet on the ground, and you can feel like it's almost like cold metal, but you're not standing on anything. It looks like you're just sort of standing on nothing.
Well, that's creepy.
And
I'm gonna, like, gently put my foot out to see if I can make a step without like falling.
so you know when you're walking in the dark and there's something in your way that you didn't expect.
Yep.
And not that you stub your toe, but you kind of like hit it with your foot, and you're like, oh my god, you kind of trip yourself a little bit because you thought there was supposed to be ground there. Well, you do find purchase with that foot, and you're able to walk forward a step or two, but it's so disorienting because you don't see the ground. It's completely not
Talk about a leap of faith.
visible. Yeah, with each step.
Oh,
Oh, bye, Darian.
Yep.
Are most are all of those lights
Oh God.
all around me, or are they like in one like specific area? Like
It's like a horror show. on
Sorry, the overlay is all sorts of screwed up.
I might have to do something a little bit different to make this work in the future.
Like,
Yeah.
You're on like two different sides of the screen.
all,
There's
you,
just-
all you can
There's
see
just
is
one
my
of
eye
my
just.
beard.
Hi.
Well, I do apologize about this. I'm gonna work on something when we go on break to rectify some of this.
Do we want to try to get Darian back in the call?
She just needs to log back in.
Oh. Does she have bad internet or what?
Her computer just doesn't like her.
She has like a 8-year-old computer.
maybe
Oh, boy.
maybe just the choppy phone would be better.
We'll find
'Cause it
out.
was raspy, but still here.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey. Can you hear us? I think. I see movement.
You might be muted.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she's at least back at the moment. I think she can hear us. People moved
Give us a
around.
sign.
People moved around on the overlay, but that's not super important, I guess.
Nope, everybody's back where they were.
Um,
Yep, the dragon is still on my boob.
but I thought Darian and
Got a
Simone
nice
were flipped,
puppy.
or I don't know.
Nope,
Okay.
everybody's where they were.
Okay. Okay. So yes, you stumble around in the darkness, and when you look for maybe a concentrated source of these lights, they are all around you, but maybe, just maybe, it looks like there's more of them in front of you.
Then I'm gonna keep moving forward.
Okay.
guys.
Make a dex save.
I mean, does she have dark
22.
vision?
Ha,
Yes, she does. Have dark
thank you
vision.
very much for the resub, Weekend Wolf.
Yay, weekend! Thank you. I totally lost my train of thought. Okay, yes, you dex saved against the thing.
Yeah, 22.
So yes, you start walking forward, and you get this strange, almost spidey sense of early detection feeling as the wind sort of shifts to your right. And with your dark vision, it's a little easier to tell. It looks like an entire tree is flying through the air, and it's coming straight at you, like sideways. So like tree like this,
Oh, look, a
Yeah.
cow.
and you hear it. You can hear air shifting around you in this dark zone, and you quickly duck down as that, and it, whoosh, as it comes over you. And had you not ducked or moved out of its way, that
I
easily
wanna
could have
get
taken you out.
clotheslined by a tree.
Yes.
Oof.
And as that happens, you can suddenly start to see that the more you move forward and the more you're aware of what's going on and your eyes adjust to this advanced darkness, so to speak, you're in what looks like a silhouette of a forest. And it's compared to living on Ravnica in the Selesnya Conclave, and compared to your home plane where the jungles and the forests feel, there's a feeling to them. They feel like home. You feel warm and connected to them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You don't have that here. This feels foreign. The floor feels metal, but it looks like a forest. And it's like everything you don't expect a forest to be. It
Flying
doesn't feel natural. What's that?
You said flying trees for one.
Yes. And make another dex save.
24.
Okay. You pick up the pace a little bit. You're starting to find your way around this dark ground that you're on. And the trees start to get a little bit thicker to the point where, as you continue towards where you feel the most source of light is coming, you quickly see that you're familiar with the trash compactor scene from Star Wars, where they're
Oh, yeah. Like
Okay.
everything pushing in on me.
yeah.
You're feeling claustrophobic?
Well, not just claustrophobic, but the trees are moving, and you're kind of stuck in between this tree to tree type of deal as they start, and you feel this wave of air coming towards you from both sides, and you
And I'm
realize
One.
what's that?
I'm gonna climb up one.
Okay, I was gonna say you realize you have about 10 seconds before it's too late. So give me an athletics roll.
Mm-hmm. 18.
Okay, you
And I have a climb speed.
what's your climb speed?
30 feet.
Okay. You quickly engage your cat claws and you start running up the tree. And you can see you're running up this tree, but every, hand movement you make up and climbing up the tree, you don't see the top of the tree. It just continues to be out of your reach, like it goes on forever. Eventually, and just as you feel like you were about to be squished, you manage to grab what feels like leaves, and you kind of yeet yourself over the top of the tree, and you hear this loud crash of wood. The tree trunks and logs smacking into each other loudly, and they sort of embrace, and you see all these splinters explode out.
Man, am I glad I got out of there.
Yes. And you start thinking this is definitely not a natural forest of any kind. So much so that you are on top of this amalgamation of leaf and wood, this collapsed giant pile of wood. And in front of you, you can see a green rip, almost like a circle, through the darkness. It's about 30 feet in front of you.
I'm gonna go towards the rip.
Okay. You
That's
step.
how I got to Ravnica, you know.
So this is somewhat familiar to you. Joe Taya had said that the overlay is for standing magic characters.
Oh, I'll take a look at that.
You approach this rip, and it's somewhat familiar. It's different, but you have an idea what it's supposed to do, and you can feel a warm. Not okay. Hold on. Warm's not the right word. You can feel a breeze coming from the rip, and it feels like power. And it's the air around you is cold, but this feels slightly warmer. This feels more comforting, and there's a scent that's more familiar to you, the scent of animals and wildlife. It feels like it's beckoning you through.
Put my hand on it and see what happens first, and then I'll probably.
Okay. You put your hand up to it, and it's almost as if it's not there. You put your hand through, and you can already feel that on the where your hand is it feels real there. You feel like you're in some sort of nightmare now, and it feels real through there.
Then I'll step through.
Okay. You step through, and you are almost blinded as this green energy and this green light, it lights up everything. And
yeah, going from dark to bright.
Yeah.
We are the Lollipop Gang.
As the intense hue of the light change starts to, your eyes readjust, and you kind of look out a little bit here and there, and you're in the same place. The ground that felt like metal now looks like dirt and feels more natural. And you're still deep in a forest. You look at every direction, and there's no sign of being beyond the forest. You're in the middle. And when you look around, you hear another great crashing noise.
What's up, Gangris?
There is a crashing noise coming from about 100 feet behind you.
I'm going to go up the nearest tree.
Okay, you find it much easier to climb a tree that looks real and it reacts real.
Mm-hmm.
And when you look up, as you start climbing up the tree, you can start to see an elevation of steam, or at least some sort of dark cloud. And when you get to a high enough branch to see over some of the trees, you can see this enormous, unnatural metal creation walking through the trees, and is massive. It looks, you've seen what a depiction of a dragon is.
Mm-hmm.
and it's about that big. It's gigantic.
You can see him in the corner down there.
It doesn't look very menacing, and what he's describing looks way more menacing.
Fair enough.
It's bipedal in nature, so it's walking on two legs. But the size of one of its legs, you yourself are the size of maybe its ankle, and it's got two armatures, and they are equipped with these loud spinning blades. And you can see as it rakes through, it is cutting down just swaths of trees.
A giant lumberjack.
And he
Some
don't
sort of-
care.
Some sort of lumberjack automaton. It is ripping down this forest, and every tree that gets uprooted quickly and easily gives you a slight wince of pain, because you can feel as if it's removed from the net of energy from this area.
Huh.
And by the dozens, they start getting cut down and removed and ripped out. And then sorry, go ahead.
Nope. Keep describing so I can make a more educated decision.
Okay. When you turn back around, you can see a slight clearing, and there are maybe a dozen of your kind, and they're equipped with just bows and arrows and scimitars, and they're expecting a fight. They look like they're battle ready. They're wearing their cloth and leather armors. You can see them sort of getting into formation, and they look like they're facing the way this thing is coming from.
How far away is he from me?
How far away is the metal thing?
Mm-hmm.
It was 100 feet. It's now about 80 feet. It's moving slowly, but devastatingly.
I'm gonna draw my bow and I'm gonna shoot at him.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
$19.
Okay, roll damage.
Question.
Yes.
Does he know it's coming? Because he doesn't. Does he see me?
Go ahead and roll with what you. Go ahead and roll for your sneak attack. That's fine.
Well, there's another question. If he doesn't know at all, would he be surprised?
Sure.
Because that makes it a natural crit.
Okay, go ahead.
So 15 plus 6, 9.
Can you remind me the exact name of your race again?
Tabaxi.
Thank you, Tabaxi.
Ooh, you're a high roller there, aren't you, Bard in the North?
The dragon bot doesn't like me today. I lost 3 times.
Oofta.
So why would you continue to put high rolls in, or high vets?
I didn't.
Oh, you put a 1. Okay.
That's why I was picking on her.
How much damage was that, Nina? I'm sorry.
52.
52? Okay. You let out your first arrow, and it flies.
Actually, I forgot. Plus 6, so 58.
Okay. You let your arrow loose, and it flies straight and true in between all the different trees, and it lands straight into one of these metal arms, and you can see it makes a nice puncture, and you can see a ripple effect in the metal. and you can see a little bit of leaking fluid. You're not exactly sure what it is, but it looks dark in nature.
It's Energon.
Hello,
And
Elros. Thank you for joining us.
hello. You have done little to stop its tracks, but you see you've done something.
I'm going to shoot 2 more times, and then I'm going to move.
Okay.
Like any good sniper.
18 plus 6 is 24 to hit.
That's a hit.
Eleven plus 6 is 17 damage.
Okay. You get another arrow kind of near the one you first shot, and you could see it hits it.
At 20.
There you go.
Do
Gotta love them.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Plus 6 is 28.
20 damage. Okay.
Yep.
You get another arrow closer towards where one of the blades are, and you actually manage to somehow disconnect one of the rotating saw blades, and it sort of flies off with a bit of a pop and some smoke. And you can definitely tell if it had awareness, it's aware of you. And it is now more quickly advancing in your direction. It seems to have stopped trying to... It seems to have stopped necessarily trying to just cut things down. It's now making a beeline towards you.
How close are these trees?
They're very compact.
So I could probably hop from tree to tree instead of going down?
Yes, but I'll need some athletics to do that.
That's fine.
I'll have you roll 2 athletic rolls.
Okay.
For every 15 feet, or 1 for every 15 feet.
16 and 16.
Okay. You managed to move about 30 feet, and you're able to sort of bounce between trees. And you are now sort of in the last, or near the top of the last tree towards this clearing, and the other tabaxi have noticed you. And a few of the archers, reposition their draw at you.
Thank you very much.
The bad guy. Don't shoot me.
We're in trouble. We have a disgruntled sailor following us.
Hello, disgruntled sailor. Thanks for the follow. What are you doing here?
Trying to help.
Are you... You're not with it?
No, I just tried to kill it.
Okay. They seem to trust you, and they take their bead off of you. You realize this machine is now about 40 feet away. It moved quickly.
I'm going to turn around and shoot at it 2 more times.
Okay. You can see some of the archers start letting out arrows too, where they can. There's enough of the machine visible.
19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Eight plus 6 is 14 plus 6 is 21. And 16 plus 11 is 27 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
Oops, wrong dice. 12 plus 6 is 18 damage. And then I'm going to use my feline agility to climb down the tree. And I'm going to actually cast Zephyr's Strike to climb down the tree because that gives me 120 feet.
Okay. When you...
Closer to the other tabaxis.
Okay. When you get down and you're approaching their tabaxi.
Yep.
When you look at them and you get close to them, You definitely see their feline features. You see their faces and their general feline body. But when you concentrate on a couple of them, you can see a sort of fuzzy image. One of them has the face of Xanthipp,
Hmm.
and one of them has the face of Andrast.
Hey, Blue Box, welcome to the show.
Is this cats?
It's cats. It's like the new cats with the horrible 3D faces.
Oh,
Yes!
that's
God.
terrifying.
No, it's not that bad. It's like a phantasm. You can see the cat, you can see the feline face, but then you can also see a little bit of features that make you think Andrast and features that make you think Xanthipp.
Hey,
And
Speedy.
when you look around, you even see it's weak, but you can see one of Kaylin too. And so the three of you'll want to pay attention because now all four of you are fighting this robot. So everyone roll to hit because you all have bows. I should clarify when I said everybody. For right now, it's Xanthipp, Kaylin, and Andrast.
Okay.
Yeah, I already shot.
There are longbows.
Yep, you just don't worry about the accuracy or anything. Yeah, it'd be 1d8.
That would be a dirty 20 for me.
Okay.
Be an
Oh,
18
gosh.
for me.
Okay.
That would also be a dirty 20 for me.
Yeah, all of you hit, and go ahead and roll damage, 1d8, and then go ahead and add your dex mod. And if your dex mod is less than 3, make it 3. So 3 or higher.
Ocho.
10.
7.
Okay. So these tabaxi that look like your friends, and the rest of them don't have these features. You only see 3 of them that have these features.
Okay.
Give me 1 sec. I'm sorry. Rue's being really annoying. I think she has to go outside.
Dog cam, dog cam.
Right?
Show us the pupper.
Ranger boy.
Yes, a ranger.
It's a ranger.
Tay, do you have both cats over there?
Well, Gray Fatso is in my doorway, and Orange Little Butthead is on my bed.
Is that their names?
Huh?
Is that their names?
So
No
the answer is yes.
affectionate nicknames.
So you all let loose these arrows and these feline featured people. You see a volley of arrows. Most of them hit, but these arrows don't do much to slow it down. You can tell there's puncture points, and it's leaking from some areas, and it's missing one of its circular saw blades. But it's definitely not the end. And as it sort of stomps forward, it when you first saw it, it looked like it was deforesting with a purpose. Now it looks like it's trying to enact vengeance. It's trying to come after you. You see it stomp forward. What's up?
It switched professions. It went from lumberjacking to a fur trader.
Oof.
You see it start to stomp forward, and without much warning, and with your friends not maybe necessarily being the best fighters, you can see that a large metallic beam, or what looks like it would be its foot, comes down, and it crushes the tabaxi that has Xanthipp's face.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oops.
And you hear a disgusting noise, and you can tell that it's dead. Then it sort of tries to bring its circular blade encrusted fist down, and with a great whoosh, you can see that it looks like it's aiming for another set of 2.
I'm gonna push them.
You're going to stand in the way.
I'm gonna push them out of the way.
Okay. Give me an athletics at disadvantage at this moment.
9.
Okay. You try to interpose and you manage to get one of them pushed away. But the roll a deck save.
19.
19. The blade attached fist comes down, and you can see that it hits the other tabaxi, one of the ones that doesn't have a face, like the friendly face.
Mm-hmm.
And it was about to hit you before you pushed one and you kind of dashed out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
It hits the ground, and you can feel a tremor in the ground as it connects. You're now face to face with this uncountably feet tall metal creation.
Thank you for the follow, Odimel.
Thank you.
Hello. What do you want?
You've got about 10 Tabaxi allies left, and 2 of them, one of them looks like Andres, one looks like Kaelin.
Run. And then I'm going to try to climb up him.
Okay. At this
Going for his nuts and bolts.
At this particular time, Kaelin and Andras, I'll let you decide. Do you want the Tabaxi you're controlling to run or stay? Don't imagine this as your characters controlling them, but I'm giving you the option. You're playing these characters just right now.
Cat, come on.
You've already lost 2 friends.
Cat.
Yeah, probably run.
Run.
Those are my
Notice me, senpai.
Yeah.
Notice me, senpai.
Okay.
I'll run.
You can see that the rest of them start to run. Give me athletics again.
Now I don't feel bad about not having the cats with me.
21.
Okay.
I feel bad.
The second you put your clawed hand on this metal monster, the cold that you feel was the feeling that your foot felt when you couldn't see anything. It was that cold metallic nothingness.
Then he needs to go even more.
And you find a way to climb up it like you're playing Shadow of the Colossus. You're about maybe a fourth of the way up when it takes one of its hands and it tries to swing at you. Does an 18 hit?
Yep.
And
Okay.
not again. Come on. You do realize that hurts, right?
You take 12 points of bludgeoning damage as it sort of crushes a part of you. And one of the other fists, it starts to lean over and it's trying to get your running away.
Oh, shoot. You are absolutely correct, Axel. She should have been rolling with negative 1d4.
Yes.
So this combat isn't, I'm going to call this scripted combat. We'll use the Bane next time.
Okay.
This is scripted fight.
There really
So-
isn't.
Yeah, because it's already predetermined.
Yeah, and the outcome of this only a little bit can change. These do matter, by the way. I don't want them to seem like they don't matter, but they do.
No, I'm playing
Oh, we
it.
gotcha.
You see another one of the fists reach out, and it's going after another set of your compatriots, and you see the one that looks like it has Kaelin's face is its target. And
No, Run!
You see that other fist come down and it hits her.
Now I'm just seeing red.
I've suddenly
kitty.
become Allure.
Except
I'm
Allure
good
made
at
it,
pancakes.
and your Tabaxi didn't. You
Yeah,
see the
I
one
that.
that looked like Kaylin's face expires.
Tabaxi tortilla.
Oh God, Tabaxi pate.
That's okay. As Kaylin, I recognize dying like 5 or 6 times.
Holding
So
beast.
20.
It's your turn,
Yeah.
so you want to try to scurry up at it some more?
Mhm.
Okay. Give me
I wanna
acrobatics.
look for a place that I can still shoot him, even though it's going to be at disadvantage because he's so close.
It's gonna be hard to try to climb up, or you're like where you can perch and then also fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
22
Um,
for my athletics.
Okay, you make it about torso level, maybe bottom of the torso level of this machine, and you can find a little railing to sort of wrap your leg around, and you can take one shot.
Okay. Oops. Gotta do it with
It won't be at disadvantage because you can find a
okay.
target a little bit further away.
22.
Okay, roll damage.
Such a weird cat.
Oh shit, I'm in spells. 8 times 6 is 14.
Okay. You find a little strange accordion looking type of hose, and you manage to land the arrow in there, and you can see a lot of escaping, rushing air. And with that, you actually find out that its right arm is moving a lot slower now. You seem to have helped disable a part of it.
Okay.
Do you want to keep moving up, or what do you want to do?
No, I think I'm going to stay there and look around to see if I can find other parts like that.
Okay. It's going to attempt to hit you with that broken arm.
No.
Does a 19 will hit because an 18 did.
Yep.
You find that the blow is a lot softer this time because it doesn't have the force behind it.
Oh, good.
But you still take 8 points of bludgeoning.
There, gonna lay down. I'm gonna lay down.
And you can see that with its right hand, it sort of aims it like a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see shards of metal that shoot out from its hand. And it's aiming at other of the running tabaxi. This time, the one that looks like Andrast.
No.
Oh, well. You can see that even though she got about 60 feet away with running, one of the metal shards punctures straight through the chest from the back,
Oh.
and she falls over. The others seem to have started to get away. They're in heavier trees now. It is your turn again.
Cat.
I am going to cure wounds myself.
Okay.
And then look around to see if there's another spot I can find perch like 30 feet away. Up.
You look around and it's difficult, but you think you can make it to another spot and fire one time.
Okay.
Okay, so you escalate upwards and you can kind of crouch around the right shoulder piece where the arm is injured, and you can get a shot at something from there.
Okay. Oops. I'm giving myself my cure wounds first.
Sure.
God, I can't think. Math is way too hard. All right.
It's a little
And I'm
difficult.
going to shoot 14 plus 11 is 25 to hit.
That's a hit.
Ouch, that's really crappy damage. Ten damage.
Axel, that's a good one.
A hit. Oh,
Obviously, I was trying to aim at another one of those spots.
okay. You find another what looks to be important line of cable, and it's severed. And yeah, so you can see that it's starting to slow down a little bit. The rest of the tabaxi seem to have gotten out of its range.
Good. Even though all my friends are dead.
All my friends are dead.
All my friends are
I'm not dead.
This book with the dinosaur.
It's going to try to hit you
Okay.
with its left arm.
No.
16.
Hi.
Okay. You can see it coming at you, and you sort of duck away from it as you can hear a clang of metal as it hits itself. And then it's going to try one more time. Kind of rake at the side. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oops. Hey, Age, how you doing?
What was that, Tay?
An attempt at a sad noise and it didn't. Wow.
You take 14 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
As it does, it hits its shoulder where you're sitting and you get out of the way, but then it continues to move across the metal. And Rue is barking. I'll be back one more time.
Oh, it is going absolutely wonderful. I got squished like a pancake.
See, that's what I was going for.
Yeah, that's not what it came out as.
Here's a wah wah.
And of course, Axel and I are tossing puns back and forth, so it's pretty good.
Yeah, we had a couple kitty pates.
And not the tasty kind.
Yeah.
What kind of kitty pate is tasty?
The kind that's meant for kitties.
Okay, that's different.
They're tasty for kitties.
Exactly. Oh, good. Ooh, big fluffy pancakes with chocolate chips. It sounds
Or
really
blueberries.
good.
You can do some good blueberry pancakes too.
Pancakes
Ooh,
in
I love
general just sound
blueberry.
good.
Ooh, Tay, we should make pancakes tomorrow morning.
If you do, you're bringing some over to me.
For pancakes.
You don't want me coming over there to bring you pancakes.
Okay.
I'll bring you
So
pancakes in a week.
I feel attacked. I feel greatly attacked.
it is your turn, Kat.
I'm going to cure wounds at second level myself again.
Okay.
Bard, take your son.
Which one is
Here.
hers?
I still love you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, baby.
And then I'm going
Cuddle.
to look for another weak bit.
Give me a perception roll. I know you're really high default, but give me a roll.
Okay.
Default. I mean passive.
Oh, geez, cat.
19.
No, you
Okay.
don't need to be on my
And your
computer.
passive's 21.
Yes.
Okay. You look around and you can see some sort of in the center of what you would assume is its head. You can see that there's something important looking bit there.
Okay. I'll shoot
You
it.
can okay, if you're gonna try to shoot at that, I want you to roll disadvantage.
All right.
It's a pretty small target.
That's why she kicked him out of the room.
I say his brother's being very good and just laying beside my
17.
feet.
17 to hit.
Mhm.
Okay. You can see an arrow fly and it hits this sort of centralized face area and it kind of ricochets and it moves to the side.
Okay.
We did get a greater potion, so that's going to go to you, it looks like.
Oh, good God. I hope so.
It just did.
You get 12 health back.
Kit Kat.
And you can make one more attack at disadvantage.
All right. Well, that's even better. That one's better. 11 plus
You
11,
just want
22.
attention, huh?
22 to hit.
Yep.
You do strike an arrow. Roll your damage and then roll another damage die.
12, 18 plus 7 is 25.
Okay, you hit this arrow and you can see sparks shoot out from where the arrow lands. And the whole machine starts to shudder. And a couple of the circular blades start to slow. All in all, it seems like it's slowing down, but it hasn't stopped yet.
Okay.
Stopped moving forward. It's stopped walking. So now you can actually roll a dex save.
Why? She was loving on you. Go back to her.
25.
Okay.
It's a ranger.
You can tell that you're starting to drop as it seems to be crumpling forward a little bit.
Hi.
And you manage to grab onto whatever metal that you can find as it lowers elevation maybe 100 feet.
Okay.
If it had knees, it'd be kneeling, but the legs are disabled. And it seems to give out a desperate blow with the other arm to try to hit you one more time.
Okay.
And you can see that you've done some great damage to this thing, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
And it goes, you can see the arm coming at you. And then when it starts to get closer to you, it starts to go off course. And you can see one of the circular blades heading straight for that central part of the face. And that blade
He kills himself.
goes straight into where you arrow shot. And it starts to spin, and you see all sorts of smoke coming out of it. And it continues to fall. So one more dex save. I rolled a 1.
I assumed when you shot itself. 17.
Okay. You start to ride this down. You realize you're going to the ground now. And it's a rough ride. You don't have much to grab onto, and it's all cold and weird metal. And it starts to fall rapidly, and it's totally falling over. And you lose your grip about 20 feet above the ground.
Okay.
Do you have anything that reduces fall damage?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if Tabaxi had a thing for that or not, since cats land on their feet or whatever. But
That makes sense.
Sense.
so you manage to lose your grip about 20 feet in the air, and you take 17 points of bludgeoning as you hit the ground.
Oof.
Oh.
And you can see you know how we get the wind knocked out of you, you can't move for a second.
Yep.
You have a hard time orienting, and you're laying on your back, so you look down the other way. Do you know what I mean? Like you're looking where they were running from.
Yep.
You can see them look back at you, and they, even from the distance you can tell they look elated that you helped. And as you look back up, you realize you have about 2 seconds before a giant piece of metal slams straight into you, and you don't see anything. And at that point in time, the rest of you back in Sanctuary, the plane, you see a sort of green cloud on top of the parapet that you're on appear, and you see Cat laying on her back about 2 feet above the ground. She looks unconscious, and she appears in this green cloud and then hits the stone.
I'm immediately running over to her because she did the same thing for me. So I'm gonna go check on her.
He's out cold.
I look over and I say, I thought cats were supposed to land on their feet.
Only when they're awake.
I'm gonna smack Metal Boy and go over to make sure she's all right.
I'm bringing my water skin.
I'm gonna nudge her a little bit.
She seems out, hard out.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, they got it. I'm gonna keep walking to the two people that are coming near us.
They both they both sort of seem ready to handle. They've got their hands on their blades, the handles of their blades. They're not moving to attack, but they look prepared to fight. Point
Males, male, female, what race?
2 males, human. One's
Okay.
a little bit taller than the other. And who are you?
So, hi. My name's Zeke. Your village was out of phase, and we used magic in order to bring it into phase. Are you following me? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
During
Hey,
this,
metal boy, talk to them like they're normal people. Quit treating them like they're dumb.
right, like
We're,
he
we're
tra-
not daft, but I don't know what you're talking about, and I'd appreciate not being disrespected.
Allura would walk over and pat Zeke on the leg. Thank you for starting introductions. You've introduced yourself. I think there may be a question about the metal over there. One moment. Hello. Sorry to alarm you guys. What my friend was saying just a moment ago is that when we first entered your town, the buildings were all here. We could hear the sounds of life, but no one was visible. We could not interact with anyone, see anyone. We recently brought this part of your land back from when the spire was destroyed.
Oh.
And yeah, when we got here, no one was here. So we figured out a way to bring you back into the full plane so you guys can interact again.
But nothing happened. No time has passed.
Do you remember the spire for this area being destroyed?
No, we know it's over there. It's behind. It's over there in the swamp. But I mean, and he looks around. Wait, and he looks. Wait a sec. And he goes, "It's not there anymore."
Nope, things have changed.
That when this area was brought back, the landscape changed from what it was originally, as far as we know.
Well, I won't pretend to understand what's going on, but you apparently do, and you've got Talia with you.
Are you familiar with magic?
Oh yes.
Okay,
This whole place works on magic.
Imagine this. This entire area disappeared. We just did something to make it undisappeared. And for you, time never
That's what I
changed.
said.
It doesn't make sense to me, but I have no reason to doubt you.
The simplest explanation I can give you.
If
The landscape looks different. There was never a mountain range back here.
We had to recreate it through magic.
somehow things changed.
I kind of like it. This is a little prettier.
Well, that's good. You can thank the unconscious cat right here.
Is she okay?
She will be.
I'm not sure.
What happened to her?
She had an out-of-body experience.
Out of plane experience.
That's a good way to put it.
The
I
guards
will-
give you a weird look.
She was on a spiritual journey and just returned.
During this point, I would like to at least cast Spare the Dying on Cat, just in case.
Okay. You go to put your hand on her and you use your magic for Spare the Dying, and you know what a response feels like from a body that's going to die. You don't get that same sort of response, but you still continue the spell anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You have a confidence that she's not dying, but you feel relieved that you may have stopped her from dying anyway.
Cool.
Her breathing is very slow and shallow. She's not dying, but she definitely is very out of it.
Not crazy dying.
She's not crazy dying.
I wonder if she went through as much hell as you did, Kaylin.
I don't know. I hope
Your
not,
choice.
for her sake.
Yeah. Water worked on Xanthip.
It might work even better on her because she doesn't like water.
Oh, actually, I have some incense.
Oh, we
Let's
can
see if
stick
I
it in
can
her
use it.
nostrils.
I wish we had catnip. I wish we had actual catnip.
I'm gonna
So let
see
me
if
get
I
this
can
straight.
use it like
Hang on, hang on. So let me get this straight.
We need
I
better cat.
said we should stick 2 fingers in Xanthib's nostrils in order to wake him up. But no, you want to stick incense up his nose
No,
to wake her up.
I don't want to stick incense up Cat's nose. I want to wave it in front of her nose to act like smelling salts to see if that will wake her up.
Same difference.
No, it's
No.
not the same difference.
Completely different.
Okay, so are you going to light it to burn it all, or are you just going to use the raw?
I'm just gonna use the raw to,
Okay.
because it still has a smell.
Yeah, it does.
This has a pretty strong smell, actually.
Cat, give me a con save at disadvantage.
So anyway, you guys were saying that you know Talia here. Talia, do you know these 2?
5.
You do not wake up. Talia looks to you, and she doesn't seem to want to answer you, or is reluctant to answer you. But she says, "I don't recognize these 2, but I know there's a small defense league here in this town, whatever it used to be called. I can't remember."
All right, so I look at the 2 and I go, "Okay, who's your leader?"
Well, it would be the person in charge of the town, the mayor.
And his name is?
Good question.
I demand his name be Bob Dole.
While this works, I'm going to sit Cat up and start rubbing her back like they do when somebody gets knocked out in a fight.
Let's see. How about this? Town's back. Nobody's dead, hopefully. Did we need to resupply for anything before we head off to the next spire, or?
Well, we should probably look around to see if there's anything that might give us more information on these towers and Zan.
One of the guards interjects and says, "You should speak with the mayor before you leave the town."
All right.
And
Well,
Mayor, what's his name, right?
I'm working on it.
so now that the library's actually back and we can see the books.
As you say the library is back, Zeke disappears.
Oh, that was easier.
Well, the question is if Zeke disappears, does that mean you're going to trample over the 2 guards in front of you?
If I have to jump down 5 floors to get past them, I will.
Yes.
Allure's gonna peek over the edge of the building as he goes and kind of wonder aloud, would it be possible to detach his legs so he can't go anywhere?
Well, somebody already detached his intelligence, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Eh.
Cat wakes up just for a second and giggles and then passes back out.
That was funny.
Wait,
Well, if they
looking at how this all works, we've got the Scarecrow, who should technically be the Tin Man, but he's not working the role right. Which one of us is Toto and Dorothy?
Oh, being Toto.
I'm just picturing Allura as a little Yorkshire Terrier.
Right?
she's
You know,
not
I
already.
feel like Andrast is probably Dorothy.
The lion.
Cat's the lion.
Yep.
Obviously.
Obviously.
Wait, the cowardly lion? No.
We didn't say cowardly. We just said lion.
The lion after the courage was restored.
Okay,
I
fair.
would say that she would probably more likely be Dorothy.
Does that make Xanthip the straw man?
I can work with that.
The guard answers your question from 2 minutes ago and says the mayor's name is Brenner.
Thanks, that's great. Bye. I got a library to go to.
And as you try to get away, one of the guards grabs you for a moment and says, "You may want to be a little wary. You look a lot like our enemy."
Beep boop. I'm here to destroy you and take all your knowledge. Beep boop. Okay, bye.
You say he gets that.
At this point in time, I think the only way he's going to learn is if they just dismantle him.
Mhm.
Hence my question about the legs. If he doesn't have legs, then we can just strap him into a backpack.
I am not carrying that.
Like a baby
Uh,
carrier.
Yes. No, we'll get a little red wagon.
There we go.
And Allure, I can just see Allure pulling it while skipping. You hear him going, ah! La 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 la, shut up, la 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 la.
Oh, whack.
Bad, I can just cast heat metal on my brand and smack him with it.
No, it's my brand. I still have to give that back to you.
True. I just need the handle shortened.
Brennar is here in the castle. We should just be down a floor or two.
Well, give us a moment to wake our friend and make sure she's okay from her journey.
Okay, they turn around.
Walk over and once again, drip, drip, drip goes little April showers.
As long as it's not like pouring.
You don't have any effect. There's no effect to that. It just the water hits her face fur and it sort of wicks in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick her up.
Okay.
Well, like I said, I had already sat her up and I was rubbing her back trying to bring her to.
So far, you guys have had no luck.
That's...
Hmm.
Well, she's going to sleep for a bit. This will be good for her.
Cat nap.
If
Cat
you
nap.
are going to carry her, Kaylin, give me a strength check.
She's the barb. If she fails this, it'll be interesting.
Not a barbarian.
I'm not a
monk.
barb.
Are you a monk in this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you're not a rogue,
Strength check.
oh.
Yes.
It's only a 9, so I may just be like,
Well, you know how you get confidence, like, yeah, I can carry this, and like 2 minutes later, you're like, no, I can't carry this.
Yep.
You,
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. Be like, Xantha.
You
get
go to
Cat-
lift her and she doesn't move.
Yeah, well,
Wait.
you put Cat on your shoulder like you're gonna fireman carry, and then you move about 10 feet towards the door, and you're like, oh, this was a mistake.
Let me try.
Let the halfling try, or not the halfling, the
Yes. Is it-
Halfling.
Yeah, the halfling. Oh god.
She rolled
She's
high.
gonna be partially dragging on the ground though.
What did you roll for strength check?
My strength is a natural 20.
Which makes it
20. I have no modifiers.
Have you ever seen a single ant carry something way bigger than an ant?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm like, she's gonna be partially dragging on the ground.
You're getting a pedicure as she walks.
Oh,
Surprisingly-
why did my fingernails just start hurting as you said that?
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Apparently, Allure can in fact lift Cat and keep Cat off the ground in a shocking display of strength that you've never seen.
All right. Let us meet
a little
Brenner.
terrifying, actually.
I want one.
Wake up scared as crap.
I will walk by our miniature friend and just go pat, 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 and keep walking.
Okay, Allure is carrying Cat. Anybody else want to mention what they're doing? I guess it leaves Kaylin and Andrast, and I think Kaylin's frozen in time. Nope, she's good.
Gonna follow to meet the mayor.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll follow. Sorry, I wasn't sure what was going on because the connection started going again.
No problem.
So.
Basically, your halfling friend Allure is carrying the cat.
Oh my god.
Somehow.
Somehow.
I'm terrified.
You're not awake for this, so I can do whatever I want.
Oh, that's
why I'm
scary.
terrified. You're the one that said you were gonna skin me.
She has a point.
Okay, remembering that.
Well, that'll
wanna
wake you up
try
pretty
again.
damn fast.
To be fair, that was when we were all under the effects of toddler.
No, that
Oh,
wasn't.
No,
Wasn't
not
it?
that one.
That one
Oh.
was not.
Skin me way at the beginning
Oh,
and turn
Okay.
my fur inside out.
Can I try again for strength? Just because knowing that she's talked like that, I wanna.
You
Not
can
let
try
her.
again.
Oh, hush, she's fine.
You know that Allure wouldn't actually. Hopefully.
You've experienced being within her presence for months now.
Yeah. No. Nope. I'll just let her.
And that line just got immortalized.
So,
Oof.
okay, geez Louise. All right.
That's just creepy.
I heard Taz laughing over Angela's mic. So, yeah, you guys go down to the 4th floor. You get inside the tower, and there's not much on the 4th floor, but then you get to the 3rd floor, and there is a half elf sitting at a desk, and a few people around him, and his head shoots up when you guys approach from the doorway, and he gives you the come here.
So is Cat no longer in my arms, or
No, Kalen chose to let you carry Cat.
okay? So still carrying Cat, walk over to the desk.
Is she going first?
Yeah, I'm going to let her go first.
Okay.
And then I'm going to follow behind her. Just
He's
because that's
sitting
going to look
there-
so menacing.
He's sitting there inquisitive, and have you brought me a new rug for the floor?
No, this one's ours.
Live. Hello.
Hello. What can I do for you?
Well, we came here to look for some pieces of language from different cities that we have been trying to find. However, when we got here, your town was not quite fully in the material plane we were because the spire was destroyed. We restored the
doesn't-
spire and this area and managed to get your town back. So we apologize if we scared anyone by appearing on the top of the castle.
That doesn't make any sense. The spire wasn't destroyed.
It was. You just don't remember it because, by the sounds of it from what your guards explained, you were all in a form of stasis.
I don't think so. I've been sitting here all day.
You have been missing for a very long time.
If you go outside, you will notice that the entire.
Hold on, Nalur.
Well,
Hold
he
on,
stands
Allure.
up.
I know the easiest way to do this. Talia, you seem to be recognized in this area. Could you confirm our story, please?
It's true. The spire was destroyed, and these people brought it back. I don't know why you seem like no time has passed, but their story is true. Well, I have no reason to think you're lying to me. That's weird. I've never experienced anything like that before. I literally been sitting. Nothing happened. Nothing changed.
Come with us.
I would consider that a good thing, I suppose. I mean, it would have been rather awful for your entire town to have to endure knowing they were in limbo.
Well, he stands up and he looks, and there's actually a window on the opposite side of the chamber you're in. He goes over and looks at it, and oh, there's a mountain there now.
You might get a better view on the parapet.
Yeah, I might, but I don't disbelieve you anymore. There was a swamp over there.
Fair enough.
Well, that's weird. I woke up this morning and there was swamp, and now there's mountain.
But
Welcome.
strange for us too.
I'd say that's a pretty fair trade, though.
We are currently on an endeavor to restore this realm to its former glory.
Are other parts of it destroyed? I haven't heard anything.
Every place was destroyed except for Sanctuary.
Sanctuary?
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
That's hard to believe.
We fought
I'm not saying you're lying. It's just hard to believe.
It is a very strange thing. But our biggest thing here is there are clues all about that we're starting to gather to help us understand what's going on. And we would like your leave to investigate the town, the library, etc.
Well, that's fine, but before you do, I have something for you. We found something and we were going to give it to Talia today. Well, whatever today was. Hang on one moment, though.
Mm-hmm. Gotta find it. It's in the desk.
Yeah. Well, and he stands. He's still standing up, and he beckons to the group of you, and he says, "You can leave your rug friend behind. She'll be fine here."
Does he have a lounge
What?
chair or something?
The chair he was sitting in, she can sit in it.
Okay.
Oh, awkward. Do I need to do another strength to get her up in the chair?
Yes.
I will help you.
Oh,
Like I said, I will help you.
okay. Thank you. That'd be a 15 with help.
Excuse me. And you definitely need her help.
Bring you guys back to the beanbag.
Yup.
Right?
Yep. I still have that video. It's not on this phone, but I still have the video, and it makes me laugh every time I watch it.
You definitely need her help. And you guys managed to sit her comfortably in a chair, and she's still passed out.
My miracle strength burst is now gone.
Your muscles feel sore
Owie.
after carrying her around for a while. You realize now that you're no longer carrying her, they're burning. And you can see rise and fall in Kat's chest. You see her breathing. It's slow, but it's not dramatic. So with Zeke having been gone, it's just the four of you plus Talia, not including Kat. So Andrast, Kaelin, Allure, and Xanthip and Talia. I assume the four of you are going to follow.
Oh yeah. My curiosity is piqued.
Okay.
Too bad that a certain Oh, there we go. Too bad one isn't here.
It's fine. I'm learning knowledge, and you're not. So
Cat, get your claws out of my ankle.
They're not in your ankle.
She suddenly lifts her head from the chair. Hey,
I am
I'm
not.
doing that.
So he leads you to a separate set of stairs, and they seem to go very far down. They go all 3 floors down and then some. Are you guys gonna follow him down into the deep dark?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
practically the Underdark.
After about a few minutes of descending stairs, you come to a landing where he magically ignites a torch on the wall, and a door is in front, an iron door. He utters some sort of incantation. It's quick and short, and the door opens up slowly, and he goes inside. He doesn't seem like he's expecting you guys to follow. He's not beckoning you in. He goes inside, and who has dark vision?
I'm blind.
I do.
Everybody but Allure.
Yep, I believe so.
Okay.
Be my ducky tail.
Thank you, Pop Off Esports, for the
Okay.
follow.
Follow. The door opens and he goes inside, and everybody except Allure, you can kind of see a arrangement of sorts inside this room. There looks to be a few tables with various objects of different sizes, and he grabs one and he brings it back, and it's inside a small case, a wooden case with like a velvet wrap in the center. and he shuts the door behind him as he comes back to you. And he's looking at who's in front.
I'll be in front. Seems Allure
Okay.
can't see in the dark.
Well, this room is not dark. It's just that
Oh.
looking into his whatever the room behind the other door was dark. But either way, he looks at Andrast and he holds the box out and he grabs the top of it and lifts it up, and it's cushy on the inside, and there is a small rock-looking spine inside the case.
Is it a sliver of another thingy-majigger?
And when Andrast, when you look at it, and are you going to reach for it, or what are you going to do?
I mean, yeah, I'll reach for it.
Yeah, I'll sure.
Yeah, I'll sure.
The moment your hand starts to get close to it, you can feel a sort of resonance from it. It's got a very powerful energy to it.
So
Does
yeah.
Does it look like the other piece of spire?
Did you see the one that Kat had?
She showed it to everybody.
Did she? Just making sure.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay, then yes. If you saw what Kat's looked like, this looks similar in shape and size.
Well, we haven't. This appears to be another piece of a spire.
It says, we don't know what this was, but we were going to give it to Talia today, whatever today would have been.
Well, that is an extremely important artifact in recovering the rest of your world.
Oh, wonderful. Then I suppose you should get to it, and we'll get out of your way.
Much appreciated.
Okay, Andrast, you have one shard. And it is 8 o'clock, so Andrast, you might want to spend the next break figuring out what you want to design, because you'll be designing the next part of the world. And we'll be back in about a half an hour.
And cue anxiety spike.
All right.
Thanks,
So
guys.
we'll be heading to break. For anybody interested in our social media, just type in !Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, etc., and you'll find links to all of them.
Not doing all that. You've listed way too many things.
Yep. You can also hit !Social to get a list of all the things that we have. And you can also type in !SOHA.
Shush.
There you go.
Shoo, shoo,
Those are all
shoo.
our social things.
Shush.
These are all of our stream friends who we tend to visit and hang out with all the time. Great people to hang out with. While we're on break, if you want to check some of them out, feel free. In the meantime, as Rep said, we'll be back in about a half hour. See ya.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Welcome to your hero-approved weekly rundown, the 25th through to the 1st. This episode is brought to you by Acme Ball Cream. Be shiny! It's October and our gal Spooky Sprinkles has started Sprinktober. She has made a list of art prompts for the whole community to get involved and make awesome Halloween art, so hop over to her stream or hop in the tavern to get involved. Dungeons & Dom has started a modded playthrough of Skyrim, adding more and more mods as he progresses. And I honestly wonder how many mods a console can take. I guess we will find out. Failsham has started an October drawing challenge. She's going to draw an entire 22-page horror noir comic before the end of October. That's off, buddy. That's a hard challenge. I'm honestly curious how that's going to turn out. Ghoul Couch has started on the Grouch Couch. All October long, we will be doing Halloween-themed streams with extra horror-y fun, with an addition of an extra Monday night stream dedicated to ghost stories and creepypastas. If you have some stories, make sure to come join me on Monday night. On Saturday, Thaco is DMing Lorimir. The party's in the hometown of Tick and Tack, trying to learn more about mechanical monsters that they keep running into. That's strange stuff. And on Sunday, Bard in the North is running Dungeon of the Mad Mage. The party are attempting to stop a ritual and kill a drow priestess. Sounds fun to me. Substance Abused won the season finale of Viva La Dungeon, and the shirt design for season 3 that's starting next Tuesday has been released. Check it out, it's pretty rad. Joe Dirt is releasing artwork for each player character on his stream each week, and they look super dope. So you can hop over there and check those out. Hero Approved made their debut on Goodman Games, and it was an awesome success. With only a couple of F-bombs dropped, they killed it, and it was loads of fun. Remember, the crew will be back there next Thursday, the 8th, for more X-Crawl. This has been your Hero Approved Weekly Rundown. I'm Turk from the Grouch Couch. Happy October, heroes.
What is Hero Approved?
I'm Turkey from the Grouch Couch.
Hi, I'm the Lich.
I'm DM Taco from Dragons in the Dining Room.
My name is Pookie Sprinkles.
I'm Dungeons and Dom. I'm Jeff Folsham of Folsham Art.
Hero Approved is a stream team full of streamers dedicated to their craft and community. They strive to push the boundaries of what is possible for live streaming. Collaborations every week.
I see. That right.
Metal detector. Pushing each other to make the best possible content. Check out the Hero Approved channels.
Live. And we lost a viewer. We lost a cam.
Well, no, they just probably got jumbled up. That's all.
How?
Well, Darian was disconnected for a little while, and somebody turned their camera off.
Sorry.
Silly folks. Well, let me get that fixed up.
Go feed the dogs. We can be.
You guys are live.
For a while.
You
I
guys
know.
are- I'll fix it up real quick.
We
Okay.
have matrix things. Loo-loo-loo-loo-loo.
The multiverse is folding in on itself.
Yes. Boo-loo-loo-loo. Boo-loo-loo-loo.
You guys get to watch what it's like to do stream stuff during stream. There we go.
Behind the streams.
Right?
Oh, that's weird.
Watching everything move.
No. I just got followed by somebody on Twitter I haven't seen in a long time.
Oh, that's always nice. Hello, quite unremarkable fellow. I haven't seen your name in chat in a long time.
Hello. We're fixing some problems and we'll be right back.
I was just outside. You can tell.
Yeah, Joe, you're dressed like it's cold outside or something.
Snow everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. That wasn't
Cole didn't
very.
appreciate it. He went to go let him outside this morning, and he looked outside, backed up 10 feet.
Rusty did the same thing. Went to let him outside. He used the bathroom, took 3 steps down the stairs, looked back at us, and went, I don't think so. No.
I mean,
Well-
granted, when Rusty goes to the bathroom, he only goes about 3 steps down anyway.
Well, if he has to poop, he actually goes off the stairs.
That's true.
A certain RUE dog loves the cold weather, so.
So does Lissa.
I'm not surprised Alyssa does. I mean,
All right. Overlay is back where it belongs. I will return. I have to feed my puppies.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how I can put myself back to push to talk because I have crunchy orange caterpillars and I don't want to like deafen
Just
them.
So you can do
Just mute
mute
yourself.
and then hit space, like hold space bar when you want to talk.
Like so?
Like so. You did it! Hooray!
You did it.
I see like half the people are doing that right now, so while they stuff their face. So it's funny because everybody's muted who's playing the game right now except for Kat, who's unconscious. So we'll just pantomime, right? So 3
I'm not currently muted.
steps. Good. Okay, she walks 3 steps. Unfortunately, there's a cliff at 2 steps, so the last step falls over. Well, Andrast did get a shard, and you guys are still at the. You guys have gone back up to the desk where he works on the 3rd floor, and your cat friend is still in the chair, zonked out.
When we get back up there, I am going to check on her.
Those for drastic measures.
Give me medicine.
Uh, 19.
You can sense her by her pulse that and her breathing that she is returning.
Okay.
She's getting better.
Okay.
You can tell her experience was probably pretty traumatic, and her body's recovering.
I mean, I feel like I would probably make that assumption. Well, no, actually, I don't know, because Kaylin's was very traumatic, but mine wasn't so much, and it doesn't sound like Xanthip's was either, at least as far as what he's said.
Right.
So, I don't know, maybe.
I still say it calls for drastic measures. I'll pull her tail.
No. I will
Pull the
smack
cat's
a
tail?
lure.
Hey,
You leave her tail alone.
I will smack a halfling.
Okay, well, since that's going on, Zeke, you have rushed to the library, and there are a few people in here, maybe a couple.
And by chance, is there a librarian that is at a desk or anything like that?
There is somebody standing close to the front door where they have a desk, yes.
I would wish to approach this person.
It is a female full elf. Hello. Wait.
Full
and-
elf, huh?
Yeah, she says hello, and then she looks at you, and you can see an immediate defensiveness, and she kind of steps back, and you can tell that she's prepared to cast a spell at you. What are you doing here?
This is a library, isn't it?
Since when can you talk?
I'm sorry. Are you? Do you have me mistaken for someone else?
She lowers her hands for a second. Maybe I do. I thought you were Zan.
Oh, that guy. We've killed him like twice now.
He doesn't stay dead.
Well, working on it. It's work in progress.
Why do you look like him? You know no one's going to trust you.
How do I look like? This face is perfection and pretty. His is just, lasers and sending things to kill you.
Well, you're both.
This works.
That's a face of sending things to kill you.
Oh, well, thanks, I think.
No.
Is that a compliment?
She didn't say that. That was a reference to what you were saying.
Oh.
You both look like you're made of metal, and I don't know anybody else like that.
So I'm going to lift my arms up where you would see metal, but you would also see like the strings of like wooden kind of like muscles, question mark. And be like, does that look like metal?
He's the
No.
elemental cousins shouldn't marry.
I suppose that you're not quite the same.
Good, awesome. So I need your help.
How do I know you're not at least in allegiance with him?
Does Zan ever stop and talk to you?
No.
Does he say, "Hey, how you doing?"
But he's
I
getting
need
more
your help.
advanced. He could have created you.
Oh, for the love of God. No one could create me. I am too godly for this world. Oh, wait. If I say
But
that,
weren't
then you're
you-
going to probably hate me.
Weren't you created?
Yeah, but definitely not in your world.
Well, no. Our world is a shadow fragment of what it was, because an elder
Okay, did
dragon
you-
destroyed it.
Got it. Did you happen to see any of my kind in your other world that you were in?
No.
Okay. Well then, I don't come from this world or that world, so that means I must come from another world, which means Zan did not create me.
What do you want?
Hi, I'm Zeke. I don't want to call you pretty elf lady. So your name, please?
Tama.
Okay, Hama.
Tama.
Tama. Okay, sorry. Well, Tama, every single time we kill Zan, we get little fragments of glyphs or sigils or something that we can try to figure out. And we're trying to piece it together with, oh God, what's his name again? Jeremy, right? Jeremy, yeah, I think it's what his name is.
I don't know who
Jeremiah?
that is.
No, he's working with, oh, what's her name again? Oh God, Tally? No, Taya? No, Talia?
Talia. Oh. Well, what does that have to do with anything? You know her name. She's well known across the entire plane.
Oh, well, yeah, and I'm helping her out. I
So
swear
why
it's her
isn't she
boyfriend.
with you?
She's over in the castle, gib-gabbing with someone. There's two guards. They went off somewhere, but I prefer knowledge and libraries and stuff. So I am looking for these sigils or glyphs or anything by chance of books of knowledge, which we could use to transcribe another set of books that we don't have the full picture for.
Like a secret code?
Exactly.
I know the person who put this place together back from our time on Forta. His name is what was his name? Francis.
Do you happen to know where this Francis is?
No, he disappeared. He had a daughter, and that's all I really know. I know he spent a lot of time learning artificing, and he's the reason this place exists.
Well, I'm an artificer myself. By chance, do you happen to know where he was at, or if he has an office, or where this daughter is, or anything would be great?
No.
Is there any books by him?
He didn't write books. I mean, you can look through the shelves, but I don't think you'll find anything of use. He wrote his own notes, but they wouldn't be collected here. or more likely
They'd be
not.
collect- Where they be collected at then?
Well, he had a laboratory, but considering the fact that we're in a mountain range now, I couldn't tell you where it is. I don't even know if we're in the same spot we used to be in.
You have to think the pretty cat lady that I'm with, she did that. I think it looks nice, I think.
It
Could
looks
use-
nice, but I don't know where we are now. I know we're in Sanctuary, but the plane, but I don't know if we're in the same spot we used to be or not. So I couldn't tell you where his lab is.
I think it's like 2 hours away from Sanctuary now is where you guys are at, ish.
It sounds about right, but there's a mountain instead of a swamp. So are we to the east, to the west?
Player knowledge, don't know. West, I believe.
You've turned around so many times you can't just instantly recall.
Oh. Okay. Good question. Unfortunately, I've been directionally challenged lately. So, was this laboratory in the town or not in the town?
No, this was part of his design, but he didn't spend time here. He was isolated. He had a small family cottage, and he had a lab beside it.
Oh, cottage. Okay, I've probably been there.
Why
Exactly.
one that doesn't speak well to people, the one talking to the extremely helpful NPC?
Because he ran off without us.
Of course. Also knowledge. So, this artificer guy didn't write books, takes notes. We have probably his notes.
Well, he didn't publish books. Like, you would find novels here and stories and stuff, and there's nonfiction as well, but nothing. He didn't write stories or books. He would just write his own notes. I know that the legend has it that he came up with his own cipher, but I couldn't help you with that.
So he wrote notes and novels and stuff like that. Is that any of that stuff here or no?
I told you he doesn't write any of that kind of stuff. He writes his own. He keeps his own notes and he doesn't contribute them to libraries.
That sucks. And you don't have any clue where this daughter is?
No.
Do you happen to have...
It's just legend that he had his family. He had a wife and a daughter.
And of course, I have no idea that if what's her name is actually his daughter or not, because I wasn't here for the first session. Well, you've been helpful. Gonna vamoose because there seems to be nothing of help here.
Okay then.
Peace.
She waves you off. You can tell that she was tense the entire conversation.
Good. Be intimidated by the Robo-Man.
Intimidated or creeped out?
I don't know. I'm gonna walk out of the...
tell that?
You're going to
I honestly don't think he cares. I'm gonna walk out of the library and let's see, town hall's that way, castle's that way.
You get a lot of dirty looks as people look around you.
What y'all looking at? Got a problem?
Most people don't say anything back to you, but they're uneasy around you. There's always an air of tension.
Racist. Guess I'm heading back to the town hall since there's nothing of value here.
Bard, yes, we have. It's just we never got one before. We have asked that question, but we've never gotten an answer. It was always just the creator or whatever.
So back to the party. You guys are up at the half-elf mayor's desk. Andrast has the shard in her possession. You can feel a pulsating warmth and energy from it. It feels comforting to hold.
Why do I have a sudden feeling that we should have put the Warforged on a baby leash?
Because we should have.
So what do you guys want to do?
Well, is Cat yet?
Well, did Andress share her findings?
Yeah, I would have shared
Okay.
that she's coming around.
You all are aware that her vitals are increasing. She's not quite awake yet.
I can never remember. We have the link pearls, right?
No.
That was from Link Pro was from the
Previous world.
Yes, but you do have an enchantment, a permanent enchantment that allows you to talk with amongst yourselves and Jeremy.
Hey, Zeke. It's been a little bit. You get yourself thrown in a gutter?
You first.
He's fine.
Where
So-
are you?
Me?
Uh-huh.
Minding my own business, getting dirty looks. What about you?
Where are you?
Somewhere in town.
That's helpful.
For being a scientist, you're extremely difficult at getting information from.
We're waiting.
You know, well, when I keep, trying to be helpful and then people just tell me that I'm not being helpful, it kind of hurts my feelings. So
You're not being
Whatever.
helpful.
Thank
Like,
you.
at this
Have a
moment.
nice day.
You said you were running to go find information. What kind of information did you get?
Jack and Diddley.
So you didn't talk to anybody, you didn't find anything.
You didn't read any books?
Nope.
So did you do any research or did you just walk in circles?
I don't know.
Well, getting stared at meanly, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Xanthip and I are probably going to go to the library after Cat wakes up because we might be able to poke around some of the books and find some scraps of the language. And the mayor gave us leave to look for the clues that we need in town.
Wait, when was that decided?
When was what decided?
That apparently you and Allure are going to the library?
That was last session when we were trying to go through the library in the first place.
Yep.
There's no books.
We were going to return after all of this got back to normal.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't I in the library as well?
Yeah, that's what
Right.
confused as you don't remember.
So once Cat comes to, that's the only thing we're really waiting on here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
pull her tail.
You're gonna pull her tail?
I'm gonna slap your hand.
I'm going to pick up the halfling.
Excuse me, I'm not gonna be mean. I just want to pet it. She doesn't let me.
No.
Her tail alone.
And also wear her as a fur. Are you gonna pull her tail?
I will stroke her tail gently.
I'm going to pick up the halfling and move her away
I'm gonna
from
smack your hand.
Maxie.
Does anybody want to do anything else? I mean, you guys are sitting around waiting for Cat to get to awake.
Yep.
Okay. Zeke, what are you doing now?
I was making my way back to the town hall.
Okay, you make your way, and you're on the first floor. You're gonna meet your party at the third floor.
No, I'm gonna wait at the first floor.
Okay. There's not a whole lot going on down there.
Aren't people still staring at me?
People give you weird looks. It's uneasy around you.
Okay.
No one's attacked or advanced on you, but you don't feel immediately comfortable.
Well, then I'm not gonna go looking for trouble now, am I?
Okay, so
It's still you, so
Has commanded it.
does somebody want to try waking her up?
I've not tried my ways.
I'll try the incense again.
There's only
Okay.
a couple left, and
Roll a con save, normal. No advantage, disadvantage. For Cat.
Try that one more time.
Roll a
Roll.
con save.
12.
I can wake you up.
12. She is incredibly groggy. Cat, you have 3 levels of exhaustion.
Ooh, oof.
She
Hey, kitty.
she like lazily she opens her eyes, and you can tell for and as you come away, Cat, the last thing you saw was a piece of metal falling on your face, and now you are in a chair with Andrast holding incense in front of your nose, and it definitely is overpowering. It wakes you up, and you slowly open your eyes, and you let the light refocus, and there's Andrast standing over you.
Are you still holding the lure under one arm like a little purse?
No, I would have set you back down.
Hey. See, I told you the tail worked.
The tail didn't work.
The tail?
Just never. Don't worry about it.
She was trying to wake you up by stroking your tail.
I will put the incense away.
Okay. And then
The city seems to have returned. We're about to go explore it again.
And I will offer Cat a drink of water.
I'll take it.
it's refreshing.
And when you finally get your head about you, you can tell us about your experience.
I got squashed.
Oof.
Oof. You look sleepy.
I'm very tired.
Should we get you somewhere to sleep then? Maybe a nice spot of sun?
I'm gonna look over at the mayor. Is there a inn or anything like that by chance?
Yeah, there's one just a few blocks north of this building. I don't go there, but apparently they're pretty friendly. So
I can
Right.
take Cat there if you guys want to go to the library.
Okay, that would work.
That'll work.
do you
Because I'm
do
not
you
really
have
that
spending
interested
money?
in books.
Meet us there.
Do you have spending money? You'll need money to buy rooms.
Think I have any from this world?
I do.
No.
I'll toss the coin purse that I found to her. You never did tell me how much was in the coin purse. I just toss it to her.
Shoot.
Bang.
Into the room.
And I have the other bang, bang, bang stuck in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
Good idea. There's 12 unmarked pieces of gold in there.
Okay. Yeah.
Just bring me the change.
I will try.
What is that noise? I have to ask. I'm hearing like a rattling noise.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody? Okay.
I think it might be from Darian, maybe?
I could. My mom's making party mix in the kitchen right to me, so that's
Ah.
probably what it is.
Okay. I was just curious. Okay. So yeah, Kaylin, you were tossed a small purse containing 12 unmarked gold coins.
Because I mean, we don't really need a huge room.
For 6 of you? Well, if Talia's staying, 7 of you.
What are you guys gonna do?
True.
Well, the 3 of us are going to go head to the library and most likely take Zeke with us. And I think the 2 of you are going to go procure us some rooms so that you can rest.
See?
It's the other kitty this time.
Okay. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be very good at helping find anything right now.
Yeah, that's why you and I are gonna go get rooms, and then you're gonna lay down.
Tell the cat to lay down.
Won't
Definitely.
take much coercion.
No.
Not this time.
Okay. For sake of speed here, you guys find the place. The innkeep will ask for, well, first off, how many beds are you looking for?
How many beds?
You cut out there.
How many beds are there per room?
Some rooms have one, some have two. Depending on how many you need is how many I could set you up with.
I think we need 6
Do we need
beds.
So do we
Zeke
need
doesn't
6
need a
or do we
bed.
want? So do we need 6 or do we want to just have people pair up?
Well, I think 2 rooms at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can give you 2 rooms of 2 beds for 4 gold.
Perfect. I will hand him 4 gold.
Okay, and he gives you 2 small bronze keys, and he says you go up the stairs, and you'll look for the 2 rooms on the right down the hall.
Little kitty pitty.
Do they have an adjoining door?
Sure.
Cool. I was being facetious, but you know that's a good answer.
You've gotten a suite.
Yay! Is it a sweet
And
suite?
It's the sweet life of Zach and Cody.
I'll be Cody.
So, okay. You 2 have gotten 2 rooms with 2 beds for 4 beds total. No Axel, there's no giant death scythe.
Not yet. I might set one up.
Cat, and he like lay down. You're about to fall over.
No problem. Cat
Lay
curls
down.
on the bed.
It's not working. Come here, kitty.
I start
Pawing at the bed.
scratching her by her ears.
Aww.
And with that, I'm going to look at the 2 ladies and be like, let's skedaddle. Now, mind you, while we went to the inn, we were bringing Zeke with us.
You all do meet Zeke at the first floor, who is staring at the wall.
There's our 10 man.
We're going to go procure a room and then head to the library.
Zeke just looks at you and he goes, "Well, have fun."
Are you going to stay in the inn then?
Meh. They'll just wander around.
Fair enough.
Okay.
If you run into anything interesting, let us know.
Okay.
And with that, head off to library.
Okay. The 3 of you plus Talia will go to the library. Zeke, what are you going to do?
I'm going to go say hi to the mayor.
Okay. He's on the 3rd floor.
I'm heading up to the 3rd floor.
Okay. You get up there, and he watches you approach, and he says, "What can I do for you?"
So my friends were just here. Oh, just curious. Do you know a guy named Francis?
Only if his name is Ajax.
Francis.
Or the brown pants.
Apparently he's an artificer. Makes
Yeah,
things.
I think he goes by the title of the architect.
Okay. Do you have any information on this guy? Because your library is completely null and void of knowledge.
He created this pocket dimension as a personal project, but then something came and started destroying our plane, so he suddenly had to try to save as many people as he could from Forta, and here we are now.
All right. And apparently he had a daughter. Do you happen to know the name of the daughter?
No, I don't. I've never seen Francis either. I just know that this was his pet project before it became the absolutely critical to our survival project.
Right. Okay. And apparently he had some laboratory or a cottage. And I know the landscape's probably changed or anything, but do you happen to know where it was before?
Well, when we were in the swamp, it was like 40 miles to the northeast. He also had another laboratory on sort of an ice shelf. But I wouldn't know where that is anymore.
Well, from your point of view, where was it before?
The ice shelf was way, way north, across a small body of water.
Okay.
He had some sort of way to, from legend, he had some sort of way to get between his two laboratories. So if you find one, you may be able to get to the other.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Thanks for helping us. I know people don't treat you kindly, but you have to understand you look like something that's currently terrorizing everyone.
Seems to be the going rate around here.
Give them a break. As long as they don't attack you, just be the best you can.
I don't mind my P's and Q's, I guess.
He nods his head if you have nothing else to say.
Nope. All right. Have fun.
Okay, he dismisses you. Are you gonna do anything else? Or are you gonna head out?
I'm going to head to the north gate.
Okay, it'll take you probably a 20-minute walk to get there.
Okie dokie.
Okay, Kat's sleeping. Kaylin, are you gonna stay with Kat?
Yes.
Okay, then we go to Andrast and Xanthip and Allure and Talia.
Talia is following us? Cool.
Yes, she's with you.
So when we enter the library, what is it that we see?
You see a full elf woman standing at a desk, and you see maybe a dozen or 24 wooden shelves. Some on the first floor, some on a elevated second floor, and good lord, I'm getting a lot of Discord messages. Where the hell are they coming from? Do not disturb. Okay, sorry, I had to do that. It was just like nonstop noise.
I know that feeling.
Yeah, I could hear the ba-dup.
So my train choo-choo. Okay.
I will approach I will approach the elf lady because the big thing here, bunch of books are back on the shelf that we're missing the first time. Are there any devices or artifacts in there that were not present prior to us bringing the town back?
Roll a percentile and also an investigation.
My D10s. Where did my D10s go? There's one. There's the other. That would be investigation would be a dirty 20, and I rolled a 50%.
Wow, straight in the middle.
Yep.
Okay.
What is
Andrest?
Misrolled Adventures?
Hey, there's a name I haven't seen in a while. Hey, how you doing?
They were just streaming Among Us.
Oh, fun.
Well, we appreciate the support.
Yeah, thank you. There's been a recent change on Twitch in the last month or so where if the raid size is under 5, it doesn't show a notification at the moment. If it was a little bit of a smaller raid, it wouldn't show up, unfortunately. But thank you anyway for the raid. And Thaco can check. There's a way to check still. But anyway, Andrast and Allure, what are you guys doing? You see Xanthic kind of looking around.
Well, I would like to check out the library shelves and see if they have a nicely marked section that says artificing. Because that's, the general theme of things for the guy's knowledge.
When you look
Artificing for
around
dummies.
on the first floor, you definitely don't see any labels that say artificing. And when you peek at labels, you can see. So if you imagine you've got a square building, and there's like an elevated deck in the middle, and there's shelves on that elevated deck. So there's 10 along the walls in the square first floor, and there's a couple, 5 or 6, on this elevated platform in the middle. On the first floor, the shelves you can see as you scan around, you don't happen to catch the word artificing anywhere.
Well, seeing as I don't necessarily want to spend a ton of time just browsing, I would like to see if I can locate a librarian.
You go back to the front desk and you see the elven woman looking into a book at the moment.
Okay.
She had noticed you guys come in, but she didn't say anything.
I will walk up. Can I even see over her desk?
It's an effort, but it's not so tall that you can't see over it.
Excuse me.
And she's looking at the book, and she looks up to expect a 6 or 7 foot tall being, and then she's like,
Down here.
"Oh, hello. What can I do for you?"
They make them in half pints?
Right.
I've seen your kind before.
For books pertaining to artificing and or your local lore and legends. We're looking for a very old language that was used by the creator of this plane.
Well, if you're talking about the architect, I know he writes in a code. We don't have anything about that.
Okay.
He doesn't publish his findings. He keeps them to himself. But the selection of books I have was everything I could carry with me when I left Forta. So you'll find lots of stuff that may not even be relevant to you, like plant life, animal life, general documentation of the life we left behind.
Okay. Would you happen to have a map of the previous area before things changed?
Yeah, I suppose I do have a map, and she goes to she thinks for a moment. She'd say, "You want to go up to the elevated? You want to go up to the second floor, and there is a oh god, what was that section called? There is a well, I don't know if it'd be in there or not. There is a shelf up there that has a few works pertaining to this pocket dimension. They're not the inner workings, and they're not written by Francis. They're just a collection of things we learned.
Is that the art of his name?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, that's good to know. Well, thank you. You've been most helpful. And then I'll turn and go, guys!
Well, I haven't gone too far from the front desk, so I'm slightly overhearing that conversation.
You have heard it, yeah.
I'm going to turn around and I'm going to grab the piece of paper out of my pack with that language that Jeremy and I were trying to decipher.
Okay.
Slap it down on the desk and go, "Does this look familiar to you?"
She nods and she says, "I don't know what this is, but I do know it looks like the cipher that the architect uses."
Fair enough. I'm trying to gather more information about this. Jeremy, Talia, and our crew are trying to decipher this so that we can rebuild the world, get our crew off this world, and potentially help Talia out.
Well, do you have any idea whatsoever that any of these letters are?
Yeah, I have them jotted down. on that
So
paper.
what do you know about this document so far? Because maybe it's a code word.
Give me just a moment here. Oops, I did pull it out. Derp.
While Xanthip's looking through his papers, Allure or Andrest, are you doing anything?
I'm gonna start browsing the shelves.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hmm?
Small halfling will come craning around the corner looking for you guys. Guys. Name.
And look to see. Okay, with the knowledge that I'm assuming Allure is about to give me, I'm gonna start looking for if there's any like documentation on the creator himself, not by him, because obviously, as she stated several times, they don't have anything from him, but maybe like
About him?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that most likely be a section that's labeled for the pocket dimension because that would be pertaining to it?
Potentially.
When you guys are discussing it, you realize Allure makes a good point. Anything you might be able to find about him would probably be testimonial, and it would be in that little section about this dimension, about
Okay.
Sanctuary on its own.
I will look there then.
Okay. You guys go up one set of the stairs, and they're just a quickly assembled wooden stairs that lead you up to an elevated platform about 6 feet up.
Okay.
Where you find more shelves.
I'm very much familiar with libraries. It does not bother me.
Okay. Xanthip, so you're at the front desk looking at what you know.
Yep, and I have the list here that shows what looks like about 10 characters with subsequent letters that go along with it. And the cipher that I'm trying to figure out that has 2, 4, 6, 7 characters already figured out, 2 of them missing.
So what have you figured out so far?
Well, it's a 7-lettered word, and either it is specifically the word itself, that is S blank I blank IUS, or it's an anagram that I have to figure out.
SIIUS. No, I don't know what that would be. She sits there and she's obviously deep in thought.
I will give her the copy of the codex that I have deciphered and see if, if you want to study it a little bit more, here you go.
Are you going to need this back?
I can copy it.
Okay. She almost happily gives you an extra piece of parchment and ink to transpose.
Yeah, so we'll we'll make 2 documents out of it.
Okay. As you guys, the other 2 of you, Talia's with you, Xanthip. As the Allure and Andrest make their way up to the 2nd floor, you do see a small section of one shelf that is labeled, I almost said Serenity, Sanctuary.
Super quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any response from Talia at hearing the artificer's name?
No. If that seems strange to you, also try to remember that right now her memory's a little weird.
Fair.
Convenient.
I feel like that's a plot device.
Okay. So we find the section that's labeled Sanctuary?
Yeah, there's not even any books in here, but on the shelf there's a few notepads and scrawled notes and stuff like that. Maybe a couple of scrolls rolled up.
I will start skimming.
Okay. Both of you roll investigation.
Ooh, I'll take that.
Oh, oop. That is a grand total of a 3.
Ooh. Allure?
18.
There you go. So Andrast is scroll. And Allure's like, yes, in fact, that is a scroll, Andrast. You're correct.
Oh, thanks.
um yeah, so Andrast, you're looking through stuff, and Allure's looking through stuff too. Allure, you pull out one of the notepads. Andrast, you pull out a scroll. The scroll looks like the scroll that you picked, Andrast. Right now, it's just drawings. A lot of these things look familiar. You see things that look like animals you know. You see wildlife, you see deer, you see beavers, you see wolves, you see all sorts of wildlife that you'd find in forests.
Badger, 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 badger.
And some mushrooms.
Wait. American badger or English badger?
English badgers.
Oh, okay, good.
American mofo is scary.
Not the American badger cocaine monster.
Okay.
What?
So, wow, my trains of thought are just departed. Yes. So right now you're finding sketchings, which would lead you to believe that they came from a plane. The Forta plane was an average, everyday, ordinary plane that you would know.
Thank you very kindly for the follow, Juan Evil.
Thank you for the follow. Yes, as seeing you guys chat. I am today's DM, and then we rotate out. So Saturday will be that guy, the one that's talking to you with the bald guy, the
Well,
really bald guy.
I look bald, but I just have a really high forehead. I mean, I am not that bald. Look at the ponytail.
Not yet.
You've got a Code Lyoko 5 head.
I do. Actually, if you take a look in the overlay, just right there, right here, if we reach 500 subs, I get to shave my head, donate my hair for cancer wigs, and then fly out to California, dance in a hula skirt and coconut bra with my friend Turkey.
Although Thaco, this says subs left until Thaco shaves his head and hula dances 26.
That's the mid counter.
I should have to rephrase that. 2 subs needed.
Oh.
That's just the mid counter. That's the amount he currently has. So
yeah, I have to change that to subs needed.
Anyway, you Allure, you are looking through a notebook, and you can see somebody was writing about depictions of war.
Oh.
You see that there was some sort of war on Forta, and it's noted that the architect took a special interest to it. The war document provides a lot of names. It provides names of generals on both sides. It provides names of places that were battlegrounds. It provides losses. It provides the outcome, the resolutions. You see a lot of you get the sense of history from this document that Forta was a place with strife, just like any other plane that you know.
Yeah, is there any indication as to why he might have taken such a personal interest in this particular set of skirmishes?
No, there's no correlating evidence, but the fact that you can see that this war document does state that this is something that the architect studied. For some reason or another, it doesn't tell you why, the architects studied this war.
Interesting. Hey, Andres, what do you make of this? And I'll pass it over to her. Apparently, the guy who made this place was very into war, and this particular war here. Do I see any names in there that look at all familiar to the places around the pocket dimension, or people that we've met for the townsfolk or anything like that?
No, you see two major nations, you see 3 factions, you see a whole list of names, like I said, lieutenants, generals, commanders. You don't necessarily pick any of them out of the blue. They all look like normal names to you.
Okay.
Andros takes the notebook. War? What is it good for?
Absolutely none. Say it again.
That does make me curious, though, as with knowing that vein, I would like to look through the books and the scrolls a little bit more to look for potentially something that might have inspired his construction of Zan. Because if he was interested in war and the weapons of war, I could see something from Forta being the inspiration or the blueprint basically for Zan.
As you begin to comb through the documents with the intent on finding Zan's name, you do find it. You find that there is a noted document, and actually, you might have struck gold here. As you look at this one, you can actually see this one is signed by Francis. And this one says, it looks like some sort of journal entry that was ripped out from a different book. Maybe he lost it, it got stolen. You know, your mind wanders how this got here. But it was ripped out, and it looks like it's some sort of log. And it says day 49, and it reads, I need a protector for this place. I need something that can watch over my daughter and my wife and all my guests, just in case something evil shows up. I have decided I will create an automaton, and this automaton's name will be Zan.
Okay.
It will have the express purpose of defending my family, my guests, and all members of the realm.
No mention of a name for the family or anything else. When is it dated?
There's a date on there, but it doesn't seem to make sense to you. It just says 940. It says 147 940.
Okay. And this literally looks like it was just shoved in there, not really supposed to be a part of anything else, just ripped out of another book, correct?
Yeah, it looks like it was ripped out of a personal journal.
Okay. Gonna roll it up nice and neat and tuck it in the bag. Because that's probably going to be something important. All right, well, finding that and now being very curious because that information of the wife and daughter seems like something that should have been mentioned before, if that makes sense, because we've been dealing all this time with hearing about the person that made this place, that he did this for people and everybody else, but why no mention of family of his that we could have been talking to if they were still alive or even if they were dead? Because that seems like it would be a pretty big information source.
Sure.
So knowing that, I want to go talk to the librarian again, but I will inform Andrast of my confusion and ask if she would poke around a little bit in the shelves a little more to see if there's any mention of his family or any more of that kind of stuff, and go see if I can find Xanthip and the librarian again.
Andrast.
Yeah.
Hang on one sec. You're looking through these other assorted scrolls and papers, something does catch your eye.
No.
Welcome to Alexandria, people.
It would happen in the street. The party is split.
Yep, the party is split. So let me roll that.
Welcome to Alex.
It's a miss, and even if it hit, it would have hit something different.
You know, Thaco, as a bookworm, that's too soon.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It has literally been thousands of years, but it's still too soon.
I understand. There was a lot of stuff lost that day.
Yeah, it supposedly set humanity back many hundreds of years.
Because there was proof of aliens.
Hang on, Andres, I'm sending you something.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, whoops. No.
They estimate that the size of the amount of scrolls that were in the Library of Alexandria was roughly the equivalent of 100,000 books.
Yep. And there was technology in those books that is lost.
Yep.
Give me one sec. This is not working as well as I hoped it would.
We could have been in Star Trek. Or actually, we could have been in Star Wars at this point.
I want a lightsaber.
I want the Star Trek future, please.
Right?
I do too.
And
I
suddenly,
want the world of Next Generation.
No worries, Yuan. Sleep well, and hopefully we'll see you again.
all I can think of about thinking of the library being burned down is
You know, I could go with Firefly too.
Yeah, Firefly wasn't a bad one.
A Firefly future wouldn't be that bad either.
That moment when you realize you've been muted this entire time.
I was wondering why you were so quiet.
I was talking.
Oh,
I had been talking
no.
for like the past 10 to 15 minutes.
Oh no.
And
Sorry.
I was like, I wonder what's going on. And then I realized I must have hit spacebar.
Oh no.
Oops.
All right. This would be so much easier to do if we were at the table. But
Soon.
Andres, you do catch something that is very interesting.
Okay.
And yes, I wrote these. This is written that way on purpose. I know it's going to be frustrating. You, and I've only said it to you,
Okay.
you find these symbols.
Oh God.
They're on two separate little scraps that fall out of the shelf as you rummage through things. So
Is there any other notation?
no.
Darn. Okay. Well, knowing that Xanthip has already gotten a decent grasp on this stuff.
You know what? Yeah. Do you want me to send it to the group?
Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say whether you wanted to hold it for personal or not.
No, I will definitely share.
Okay, then I think this is a group with all of us in there. Yes, it is. Well, Zach's on this one. Hang on.
More minds are better than one.
Yes. We were having all of our little brains percolating with it. Ha 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 ha.
You know, you have a Discord channel that specifically is for your campaign that you could totally use.
That's right. Right. You're right. I'm gonna
About
put it in
that.
Discord.
I actually have to start using that. I think I'll do episode synopses in the Discord so that you guys can keep up.
That's a very good idea. Andrast shares this with Allure first, and I'm assuming you guys are going to head back down to Xanthip.
Mhm.
Xanthip, you see this too. It's in the Discord den channel.
Okie dokie.
And if you're a part of our Discord, you can see that too.
That's strange.
We found knowledge.
Well, if what is underneath the very first symbol is supposed to be a letter, then I cannot read this guy's manuscript.
He's a doctor.
Because that first symbol equates to the letter R. So this is going to be interesting.
Okay. And yes, lady, how do you the name?
Ama.
Ama.
Tama. Like tomahawk.
Tama. Okay. Miss Tama,
Yes.
where is the family of the man who made this dimension?
Unknown. I know that well, I don't know that. I know there's a legend that he had a small cottage where they were supposed to stay, but I don't know where it is, especially if the world's changing. I don't know where it is, especially less now.
What other legends can you tell us about him? Because all myths and legends have some grain of truth behind them.
That he was incredibly talented. He was very reclusive. He wrote in his own cipher to prevent people from knowing what he was doing, and that he had a laboratory on an ice shelf that was surrounded by water that you could get back and forth to.
Where was this ice shelf?
I've never seen it.
According to legend.
Way north, across water.
And the cottage?
Don't know. That one was a rumor to begin with, and I don't, especially with the world changing, like I just said, I don't know where it is, even less.
Is there anyone who was well traveled in this area that we could show a map of the previous landscape and have them circle where it might have been, so we can at least approximate while we're traveling?
Well, there's not really travelers here. I mean, people get
Allure? I'm going to whisper in Allure's ear so that Tama can't hear this. Allure?
He's gonna fold in half.
Yeah, I'm going to fold in half. Let my dad gut get in the way. We have a shard. What says we can't just use the shard to create the cottage in the next location we go to?
That's right. But
roll a wisdom check when you say that.
Yeah, but wouldn't that not be the correct cottage then? Because if it's a place of great importance, it's supposed to just reappear anyway, like with this town?
14.
Allure has reminded you that that's what you remember from hearing.
Right, but my thought on this is as long as it's part of the focus, we're guaranteeing that it will show back up. I mean, if you take a look at the way this city happened, Kat didn't focus on this city. She just focused on what she wanted everything to be. So every time we use this shard, we focus on the cottage and we focus on the laboratory. That way, it shouldn't be completely out of phase because we're putting energy into making sure it comes back properly. So if it does exist, we're having that much more emphasis on it.
Instead of making a whole new one in their image, just if this is supposed to be here, make sure it comes back.
Right. So if
Okay.
she wanted to make some tropical island, cool. We have a tropical island, but if the cottage is supposed to be here, it's going to be on the tropical island.
And not in the middle of the ethereal sea.
Exactly.
You know, that's not a bad idea.
So I'm going to whisper that. I'm going to have that quiet conversation.
Okay. Tom was in the middle of saying, I don't think people don't travel here. This is a sanctuary. People retreated here from Forta. There's nothing to explore.
Well, I believe what we mean by travel is this area that was created. People who are familiar with the area that was created from this pocket dimension.
Most of us are, as I would understand, new here. We're only refugees from the last, as I understand it, few weeks.
Okay. So exploration hasn't been a big thing.
No. And any exploration that was done, you could effectively say has been reset.
Gotcha.
Worth a try. Thank you.
Thank you. So Zeke, since you were muted, what were you trying to do?
Oh, I was giving tidbits of information and stuff that would not be 100% relevant anyway. No, I was asking if I got to the gate or not yet.
Yeah, in this time of them doing stuff, you're at the edge of town north.
All right, I'm gonna do we need like a name for this.
Just call it whatever you want. You guys come up with a name for it. It's a spell. It is a permanent sending spell.
Okay, I got it. Ouija board.
Not Ouija board. Why not Wolfnet?
Well, why would you call it that?
Because
it's Repin.
Oh, well, it's you guys' call.
Man-Thander's net.
The Man-Thander.
Yes. Call back to the Man-Thanders.
Man-net for short.
Man-net. Somebody get Axel.
Okay.
Man-net.
So, as you guys are doing all this stuff and whatnot, you get a little man-net message, and you guys coming?
What do you mean? We're still at the library. We found things.
What'd you find? Oh, let me guess. You found something about, hey, we should head north?
No, actually, we found more runes to decipher for the cipher that we're looking at.
Oh, the thing that I have yet to look at?
I gave it to you. You asked for it, and I gave it to you so you could decipher it.
The last time that we had talked, you said you were keeping it on you and waiting. So I have yet to actually be able to look at that thing.
Swore I gave it to you for a short time.
Nope. But nope, we have to travel north. We have to go to some ice shelf.
That doesn't exist at the moment?
If only we had some type of thing that creates things.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys remember from last session, the Renaissance ping thing that we have.
Yep.
It went off north.
I think trying to find the spire in the swamp isn't a bad idea either.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's no longer a swamp, it's a mountain.
I know, I'm just using the reference that we were given.
Right.
But yeah, we're still gathering information, so it'll be a bit.
Sigh.
And if you knew we were supposed to head north, why didn't you tell us?
Because every single time I try doing something, you like to interfere. So I figured if I went on my own, I could find out information. And then once you guys were done finding out what I already found out, then we'd all come to the same conclusion. We just need to head north.
But you could have told us the information and we wouldn't have had to do this.
Right, but would you have really believed me?
We have
Also,
no reason not
people
to.
don't like me here, so I figured if I stayed away from you guys, you get more information.
Would have been helpful to know.
No, it would have. He sounds a little angry.
So
besides the Madnet passive aggressiveness. What are you guys doing?
Well, we have to make sure that Cat is recuperated, and that's going to take at least a night. So I'm also going to inform Zeke of that.
Oh, you guys can sleep in your comfy beds. I'll sleep outside.
Fair enough. I would ask that you try and be safe.
Well, I figured if I don't go to an inn and sleep with you guys, then, I don't get horribly murdered in my sleep at night. So I'll just sleep out here.
And what part of around your compatriots that can vouch for your at this point questionable truthfulness and protect you sounds like a good idea?
I recall going to talk to some guys, when all that whole thing of the cat falling on her back and stuff like
Yes,
that.
Axel.
And, I was trying to be helpful, and then you interfered. And I was just like, you know what? I've kind of had it at that point. You don't seem to want me to be around. So if I'm not around, maybe you guys can do your own thing. And since everyone seems to hate me in this town, we can find out stuff. And you did, right?
Same stuff that you knew and didn't tell us when we asked if you learned anything.
Oh, I was just going to wait to see if you actually came, if we could come to some type of, I'm not dumb.
Just abrasive.
And beginning to be not trustworthy.
So,
Whatever.
if you
have
wish,
fun at the end. I'll see you at the North Gate.
and where are you going to be outside the North Gate? How far are you? How far are you going out?
Probably within viewing distance. Maybe I might find a tree, sit down, read a book.
Fair enough.
Feed my devourer bag. He seems to be the only one who loves me.
Fair enough. We will come find you in the morning. And with that, I think it's time to head to the inn because I'm going to need some sleep too because I have 2 points of exhaustion.
Our party is either exhausted or
Injured or both.
yeah.
I'm okay.
Nina, you were muted there, Kat.
I'm okay now.
I am ouch and tired.
You and me both.
Yeah,
And
any damage you took, yeah, that stuff still maintained.
Okay, I didn't
So.
think it didn't.
So wait, if she fell to the ground in that astral plane and then fell to the ground again, God, that would be a sucky dream of falling twice.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it sucks.
So, does anyone want to do anything with the town besides go to the inn and retire?
Not right now.
Okay, you guys have 4 beds.
Yeah, the place still's kind of creepy with having been a ghost town for so long. So
You guys have 4 collective beds, and Kat's already in one of them. How do you want it to split up? Because Talia's with you also.
I'm gonna take the empty room, and whoever wants to shack up in that room is free to do so.
I'll bunk with Xanthip. I'm fine with that.
All of a sudden, you just hear 9 running.
She planes walks to here just to be like, what the hell? So where does that leave Allure, Kaylin, and Talia?
I take up half a bed, so I can
fair.
go with somebody.
And I meditate is pretty much what I do, so I can just be on the floor. It's fine.
Okay, then Talia, and even though she has some reservations about it, she will share the bed with Allure.
Just a warning, she starfishes in the bed, Talia.
Great.
I am small. I take up room.
Okay. Before we cut out for the night, I need everyone to give me a percentile roll, and I will ask by name.
Finally, something over a 30.
It's 31.
Right?
No, it's 301.
Wow, I rolled the exact same thing I did last time.
Xanthip.
You're not gonna believe me.
100?
Yeah.
Jeez Louise.
Me up here.
Andrast?
41.
Cool. Kaylin?
35.
35.
Yep.
Zeke?
94 again.
That's not bad.
No, I mean, like, I rolled a 94 last time you asked to roll for percentile at the end.
Right, those are good numbers. Allure?
87.
Ooh.
Hey, Bard.
Mm-hmm.
Chat.
Mm-hmm.
It's there.
And Cat. Cat, was there percentile?
91.
91, nice. Okay. Well, you know what? That's it for tonight. So thank you, everybody, for playing. Thank you, chat, for hanging out. Thank you to Syrinscape for the noise during break. And Thaco, anything else you got to say?
Shout out to Legendcraft, our sponsor. They have a Kickstarter going on right now for their magnetic trackers made with wood veneers that allow you to track your hit points or spells. Keep an eye out on them as well because they've got a magnetic, completely modular Vanguard DM screen that they're going to be coming out with very shortly. Also, if you didn't catch, Monday, Dragon's Discourse has a 14-week long journey going through every single one of the classes and reviewing them. Saturday is going to be Adventures of Loramir, a 5-year-old homebrew game that I'm running. Sunday is going to be Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which is being run by Bardna North.
Who's currently in the southeast corner?
That is correct. And what else do we got going on? I think that's about it for this week. We are going to go and raid the Grouch Couch. For anybody who wants to keep their knowledge of Assassin's Creed Valhalla pure and not see any spoilers, warning, that is what they are playing. If you want to see the new Assassin's Creed being played, come join us as we raid into the Grouch Couch. Other than that, like Repin said, thank you very much for joining us and hope to see you guys very soon.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
And we are out.
Okay, I'm gonna put this out